Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine. So in previous chapter class we have already finished flats and flats. Although today was your workbook because we'll continue the English text because your workbook is already over. So let's begin this new chapter, The Girl on the Train. So let's begin the class. I was traveling by train to Dehradun. It was a first class compartment and up to Rampur. So the author was traveling to the train by to the Dehradun by train. It was a first class compartment and up to Rampur. So the author was going to Rampur. I was alone in it. Then a girl got on. The couple seeing her off were probably her parents. They seemed very anxious. Anxious means very, we can say, eager, eager to know, utsaho, anxious about her comfort and safety. The woman gave the girl detailed instruction as to how she should bear herself during the journey. She told her where to keep her things so that they were not lost. She bade her not to lean out of the window, particularly so about her comfort and safety. The woman gave her detailed instruction as to how she should bear herself. During the journey, she told her where to keep her things so that they were not lost. So she told her where to keep her things so they were not lost. So her parents were waving her goodbye as their daughter was traveling to somewhere else. So their parents were very eager or anxious that their daughter must be in safety. She told her where to keep her things so they not lost. She bade her not to lean out of the window. Her parents told her that to not bade her or to lean out of the window. Particularly, she asked her to avoid speaking to strangers. So her parents warned her that she should not speak with the strangers. As I was blind, I could not tell what the girl looked like, but I knew she wore slippers from the way they slapped. Slapped means we can say that struck or hit with a sound like that with a blow of an open hand. So when we are wearing slippers, that time it's making a lot of sounds. No, when you're running or walking against her heels. She laughed as she talked, and I liked the sound of her voice. Are you going to Dehradun? So the author was blind. Author couldn't see, but he could hear. So are you going to Dehradun? I was asked her as the train pulled out of the station. So the author asked her that are you going to Dehradun? I asked her as the train pulled out of the station. So the train left out of the station. I must have been sitting in the dark corner because my voice stuttered. Startle means we can say caused a sudden surprise. Startle means caused a sudden surprise. I must have been sitting in a dark corner because my voice startled her. She gave a little exclamations. Exclamation means proshnobodak, you can say. She gave a little exclamation and said, I didn't know anyone else was here in the compartment. So the girl have not been seen that the author is sitting in the dark corner. So she was a little bit surprised to hear the voice. I too didn't see you at first, I said, but I heard you come in. So the author also told that I too didn't see you at first because the author doesn't only sing. I said that, but I heard you come in. I wondered if I could be able to prevent the girl. So the author wondered if I could be able to prevent the girl from discovering that I was blind. I thought to myself, if I keep to my seat, she won't perhaps know of it. So author didn't told the girl that he was blind. So the author was thinking how if he will sit in the corner and he will sit appropriately how he's like, then the girl will never think that he is blind. I am getting down at Saharanpur. I am getting down at Saharanpur, the girl said. So the girl was going to Saharanpur. My aunt shall come to receive me at the station. Where are you going? So the girl told to author that she is going to Saharanpur and her aunt will come to take her to Dehradun and then to Mussoorie. The author told, first he will go to Dehradun and then to Mussoorie. I replied, oh, lucky you, exclaimed the girl. I wish I too were going to Mussoorie. I like the mountains, especially in October. So the girl told she also like Mussoorie. So she was thinking to go, but she is unable to go because she also wants to go during the month of October. Yes, this is the best time, I said, recalling my memories when I could see. The hills are covered with beautiful wild flowers. It is pleasant during the day and the sun is delicious. At night, you can sit in front of the log fire and drink a little brandy. So the author told what? Yes, this is the best time, I said, recalling my memories when I could see. The hills are covered with beautiful wild flowers. It is a pleasant during the day, and the sun is delicious. At night, you can sit in front of a log fire and drink a little brandy. She didn't say anything in reply. For quite a while, there are silence. I wondered if my words had offended her. Perhaps she was thinking of me as a romantic fool. So the author said that she was thinking him as a romantic fool. Then I made a mistake. What is it like outside? I asked. This question did not surprise her. Had she noticed that I couldn't see? Now the author told. Author suddenly slipped from her tongue that what is it like outside? Means author is blind. So author don't know what is kind of like outside is going on. So author suddenly asked, what is it like outside? But the girl did not carry her. Actually, the girl did not notice him only. But I felt reassured when she asked quite naturally, why don't you look out of the window? So the girl didn't understand that author is blind. So the girl is telling, why don't you look out of the window? I moved easily along the berth and felt for the window ledge. The window was open and I faced it. I made a pretense of studying the landscape. I moved easily along the path. So the author moved along the path and felt for a window ledge. The window was open and I faced it. I made a pretense. So the author was looking outside as he was able to see everything. So he pretended that I made a pretense of studying the landscape. In my mind's eye, I could see the telegraph post flashing by. So in his mind, he was seeing the telegraph post flashing by. So today up to here only we'll study. Okay, in next class we'll go to the next part of this chapter. So I request everyone to read this. Please read this meanings. It is very important for you to understand the chapter easily. So actually, if for your exam, I will give you the meanings. So try to prepare these meanings as fast as you can because your exam is very near. So I hope you understand the class. And for the previous class, actually, these flats and flats, I have taught you this chapter, this flats and flats, but you didn't. I have not given you the homework. So this one will be your homework. Okay, homework, homework, and this one. These three will be your homework. So I hope you will complete it and you'll show me by time. So thank you very much.